Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Erudition. The topic of discussion today is cell, which is the fundamental unit of life. Now we all know that the bodies of living organisms are made up of microscopic units which are known as cells. Now what is a cell? The cell has the same central position in biology as an atom has in the physical sciences. The cell is the basic structural, functional and biological unit of organisms, which means it gives structure to the organism and it carries out all the life processes, and it is the smallest biological unit. It is the smallest and the basic unit which is responsible for the life's processes, and it is also known as the building blocks of life. Now let us discuss some common fundamental properties of cells. Now number one is the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is the outer covering that separates the cell's interior from its surrounding environment. Next is the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm, it is the jelly-like substance within the cell in which the cellular components are embedded. Third is the DNA. All cells employ DNA as their genetic material. And then the ribosomes, which are essential for protein synthesis. Now, based on the number of cells, all organisms can be broadly classified into two main groups: the unicellular organisms and the multicellular organisms. Now, unicellular organisms are the single-cell organism. In these organisms, all the life processes are carried out by a single cell. And this single cell is responsible for this single cell is responsible for all the functions that occurs within the cell. Next is the multicellular organism, and as the name suggests, multicellular organisms are made up of a number of cells. It has collection of many cells. Here, the different cells are specialized to perform particular functions. Hence, we can say that division of labor is exhibited by the multicellular organisms. Now, let us discuss some points of differences between the unicellular organisms and the multicellular organisms. As we all know that unicellular organisms are made of single cell, whereas the multicellular organisms are composed of more than one cell. And since unicellular organisms have a single cell, their body organization is simple, whereas multicellular organisms have a complex body organization. A unicellular organism carries out all the necessary life processes within that single cell, whereas in multicellular organism, different cells perform different functions. The cell body of a unicellular organism is exposed to the environment, whereas in multicellular organism, only the outer cells are exposed, not the organism as a whole. Now, the lifespan of a unicellular organism is short because all the functions are carried out by the single cell, and hence the workload is more. But multicellular organisms have comparatively longer lifespan. Unicellular organism includes both eukaryotes and prokaryotes, but the multicellular organism includes only the eukaryotes. We will be discussing about eukaryotes and prokaryotes in our next video. So these are some points of differences between unicellular and multicellular organism. So now we can conclude that all cells, whether they exist as unicellular or multicellular organism, are capable of performing basic functions such as nutrition, respiration, growth and reproduction. These functions are essential for the survival of the cells. The most important and fundamental level of organization of living world is the cellular level. Now I will be discussing more about cells and in my next few videos. And for more information and discussion on topics of life sciences, Do subscribe to my channel by clicking on the bell icon.